the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He came back to his rest quarters. He came back, he was upset, he was depressed, he felt lonely, he felt as if he had achieved nothing. And he sat there and started writing poetry in praise of the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And in one of them poems, in one of them verses in that poetry, he actually refers to himself as a dog. He lowers himself, he lowers his status that I am nothing, I'm not even a dog of Medina. The next day, he goes in front of the Rawza Rasul and starts reciting this poetry that he wrote about the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he was blessed with a vision of the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He not only loved the Prophet, he not only loved Medina, but he loved the Sunnah of the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. अब देखिए जो शख्स ये कहे कि मैं रसूल पाक सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम को मोहब्बत करता हूं, तो जो रसूल पाक सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम कहें वो हम ना करें तो ये इश्क नहीं है. इसी तरह लाइक योर मदर, आप हम सब अपनी माँ को बहुत प्यार करते हैं. माँ कहे बेटा ये काम करें, अम्मी मैं नहीं कर सकता लेकिन मैं आपको बहुत प्यार करता हूँ. मदर आई कैन डू इट बट आई लव यू. दूसरा दिन बेटा माँ कहता बेटा ये जाके तो कहां से ये चीजें लेके आए, गो टू द शॉप एंड गेट दिस फॉर मी. बेटा मैं अम्मी मैं नहीं कर सकता लेकिन आपको बहुत प्यार करता हूँ. अब माँ जो मर्जी कहें, बेटा ये करे, बेटा वो करे, बेटे ऐसा करे, बेटे वैसा करे, आप कहें माँ मैं नहीं कर सकता, माँ मैं नहीं कर सकता, नहीं कर सकता, लेकिन आपको प्यार तो बहुत करता हूँ. If we were to say this about our mother, that my mother, I love you, but I can't do this. I can't do that, but I love you. I can't do this, but I love you. I can't do this, but I love you. Look, क्या कहेंगे? What will people say? People say, you don't love her. How can you love her? She's asking you to do all these things. She's asking you to help her. She's asking you to do this for her. You won't do it, but you say you love her. ये कौन सा इश्क है? इसी तरह हम कहते हैं, सारे कहते हैं, सारे दावा लगाते हैं, नारे भी लगाते हैं. We love the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Do we follow him? Do we adopt the sunnah of the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in our lives? Do we try? We're more afraid of what people will say. लोग क्या कहेंगे अगर मैं सुन्नत रसूल पे अमल करूंगा? घर वाले क्या कहेंगे, बच्चे क्या कहेंगे, काम वाले क्या कहेंगे? What will people say if I follow the sunnah of the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? If I start becoming a good Muslim, what will people say about me? ये हमारी सोच नहीं चाहिए. Going back to Al-Hazrat rahmatullah, he loved the sunnah of the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he was also a great host. He used to invite people to his house and give them food. And one instance, he invited all these people to his house. And he put, the dishes were all put out in front of him. And one of the dishes was cucumber. A cucumber ka qisam hai. This type of cucumber, to eat it is a sunnah of the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. To Allah, he put this cucumber there so that people would eat it and obviously fulfill the sunnah of the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But Allah, what he did is he took one piece of the cucumber, and when he ate it, he said to the people that were there serving, "Can bring all the cucumber to me." सारा क्यूकम्बर मेरे पास लेके आओ. अब आप एक मिनट के लिए सोचिए कि अगर आप मेरे घर आ जाएं, तो आप मेरे मेहमान हैं, तो मैं सारे डिशें आपके सामने रखूं, तो एकदम मैं बोलूं नहीं, सारा मुर्गी मेरे पास लेके आओ, इनको कोई नहीं देना. आप मेरे बारे में क्या सोचेंगे? Allah, what he did is he said to everybody, bring the cucumber to me. Now if you're a guest in my house, yeah, and I do that to you, that all the food is put out in front of you, and I say, no, bring the chicken to me. Nobody else can have the chicken. What do you think about it? You think, what kind of a host is he? That he has invited us to his house, and he said, no, I'm going to eat all of this dish. You cannot eat it. Or I saw you were. Allah just started to eat the cucumber. He ate one piece, second piece, third piece, fourth piece. Karte karte sara cucumber kha gaya. In the end, he ate all the cucumber. After the guest had left, his companion said to him, why? What were you doing? Why did you eat all the cucumber? Why did you not give everybody else some of the cucumber? You know that to eat cucumber is a sunnah. Why didn't you let everybody else? And he said, the reason I didn't let anybody else eat it is because when I took the first piece, I realized it was sour or bitter. मुझे पता चला कि कड़वी है, खराब हो गई है. And he said, I didn't want anybody to eat anything that is a sunnah of the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and then spit it out. मेरा दिल नहीं गवारा किया कि कोई सुन्नत रसूल जो सुन्नत का चीज है वो बंदा खाए थूके बाहर. He said, I was worried that if people eat it and spit it out and then afterwards they will never follow that sunnah. So I thought I will eat it all myself. So nobody will dislike that sunnah. आप जरा सोचिए कि जो चीज कड़वी होती है, खराब हो जाती है, उसको खाना बहुत मुश्किल होता है. To eat something that's gone off, that's gone sour, that's gone bitter, it's very hard to eat it all. But one by one he ate it. Why? Because he didn't want anybody to go away from the sunnah of the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And he had so much faith. हम भी कहते हैं ईमान है हमारे अंदर. हम सारे यही दावा करते हैं that we have faith in our hearts. We all make this claim. But look at the faith, the iman of Al-Hazrat. Once there was a plague had broken out in the city, and everybody in the city started to get this illness. And the symptoms of this illness were lumps on the throat. And it was feared that Al-Hazrat had this illness. And a doctor was called to examine him. And when they examined him, they said to him that you have this illness. जो पूरे शहर में बीमारी फैल चुकी है वो आपके पास भी है. Al-Hazrat said, no, I don't have that illness. The doctor said, I'm telling you, I'm a doctor, I'm telling you, you've got this illness. नहीं बात माने तो आपकी मर्जी है, but you have this illness. And he went away. And his companions said to him that, look, he's a doctor, he's telling you that you have got this illness, we need to cure you, we need to get some medicine to cure you from this illness. He said, I have not got this illness, it is impossible. It is impossible for me to have this illness. They said, how can you be so sure? He's a doctor, how can you be so sure that you don't have this illness? He said, the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has taught us a dua. And the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that when you see somebody that is ill, recite this dua and you will never have that illness. I saw somebody with this illness. I recited that dua. There is no way I can have that illness. Ye iman. इतनी देर में एक ख्वाब से आवाज आई मिसवाक और काली मिर्च. All of a sudden he heard a voice, miswak and black pepper. He turned around, he couldn't see anybody, but he understood. Al-Hazrat samajh gaye, and he called for miswak. He called for black pepper. He put the black pepper in his mouth. He used the miswak. थोड़ी देर बाद उल्टी आई, खून आए और बीमारी की निशानी सारे चले गए. He put the black pepper in his mouth. He used the miswak. And within a short space of time he was ill, blood came out, and all of them symptoms regarding the illness disappeared. Ye iman hai. This is faith. The Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam teaches us du'as. Do we believe them? Hame to yakin hi nahi hai du'aon pe. We don't even believe them du'as. If we don't believe them, but we want them to be accepted. Hum khud yakin nahi karte hain, but we want them du'as to accept it. Isi tarah ek aur waqia hai. That Al-Hazrat, when he came back from the Hajj, he was on a ship. And he was coming back with his father, and a storm broke out in the ship. A storm broke out in the ship, and it was really bad. Aaj jo humne safar kiya hai, Islami bhai jo mere saath hai, it was quite a bad journey. Lekin ye to kuch bhi nahi. The storm was so bad that people started to worry, people started to cry, people started to scream, people started to recite kalma. And then the captain came down, and the captain said, look, this storm is so bad. I've never seen a storm like this. Aap log mashallah sab haji, you are all hajis. Get your coffins on, because tonight we're not going to save ourselves. Tonight we cannot survive. This storm is so bad, tonight we will all drown. Aap zara andaza lagaye. Kya haal hoga is waqt? People were screaming, people were crying, people are thinking that my family, my home, my children, my ye, my wo, sare soch aa gaye tamam mein. Al-Hazrat aram se baithe the. He sat there very, very calm. And he went up to his father, and he said to his father, I swear by Allah Azza wa Jal, nothing will happen to us tonight. Ab ekdam sare aa gaye. But ye ek shakhs ye keh rahe, how can he be so sure? Captain keh raha hai. He's not a sailor. The captain is saying that this storm is so bad we will not survive it. How can you guarantee that we will be alright tonight? Wahi baat hai. Al-Hazrat kehte hain, the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has told us a dua. That if you recite that dua before any journey, then Allah Azza wa Jal will safeguard you on that journey. I recited that dua before I got on the ship. Nothing will happen to us. Nothing will happen to us. And nothing did happen to them. The storm abated and the ship got home. Yeah, Imam. This is the faith that he had. This is the love that he had. Hamare andar iman hi nahi hai. He not only loved the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he not only loved Madina Sharif, he not only loved the Sunnah of the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but he loved all of those people that were Sayyids as well. He had great love for the Sayyids. That if he knew when he was handing out shireen, jab wo mithai taqseem kar rahe, when he was giving out sweets, if he realized anybody was a Sayyid, he would give them double. He would kiss their hands and respect them. There was once an instance, Allah, like I said, he wrote over 1,500 books. He had over 50 branches of knowledge. So he spent a lot of his time in studying and writing. Once time he was sat down and he was writing, and there was a window. He could see out to the street from his window. And a child went past the window. When the child went past, Allah put his pen down and stood up. And he waited for the child to go past. And when the child went past, he sat down and he continued with his writing. The child must have been playing. The child came back in front of his window. When the child came past again, Allah stood up, put the pen down and stood up again. This happened more than 10 times. That whenever this child went past, Allah would put his pen down and stand up. Whenever the child went again, he would sit down again. And eventually when the child stopped coming, his companion said to him that, what are you doing? Every time this child comes past, you put your pen down and you stand up. Allah said, you do not realize, that child is a Sayyid. I am standing up out of respect for that Sayyid. क्या हम सैयद को इज्जत देते हैं? सैयदों को इज्जत देते हैं हम? Do we give them the respect? There was also once an instance where a child came to the house looking for work. अब पाकिस्तान इंडिया में ऐसा होता है लोग आपके घर आते हैं कि हम बर्तन धोएं, सफाई करें. A child came to the house looking for work. And when the child came in, Allah realized that this child, he was a Sayyid. So what he did is he gathered the whole of the family, gathered all of the family to do ziyarat of the Sayyid, to see this Sayyid child. And Allah said to his family that this Sayyid child will come into our house. Nobody will ask him to do anything. इससे कोई काम नहीं कराना आपने. इसकी ज़ियारत करते रहें. ये जो मर्जी करे करें. Nobody can ask him to do anything. And at the end of the month, give him his wage. We'll get the blessings of this Sayyid being in our house. ये इश्क. This is the love that he had. एक ऐसा भी है कि यहाँ पर तो नहीं है. Ala-Hazrat, he wrote one of his books. He wrote Fatawa Razvi, which is a collection of over 30 volumes of fatwas that he wrote. On one of them fatwas, he was asked the question that if you are a qazi and a Sayyid comes in front of you and the Sayyid is wrong, तो आपकी क्या नीयत होनी चाहिए? What should your intention be when you're passing judgment? अब यानी कि आप qazi हैं, दो बंदे आपके सामने आते हैं, दोनों में से एक सैयद है और आपको पता चल गया कि सैयद गलत है, सैयद ने जो किया वो सही नहीं था, आपकी क्या नीयत होनी चाहिए? ये इश्क के शहीद है. He said that if a sayyid comes in front of me and I am a judge, if I am the qazi, then my niyat is that I am cleaning the feet of the sayyids. सैयद के पाँव में थोड़ा सा गंदगी लग गई है तो मैं उनके पाँव धो रहा हूँ. ये नियत होनी चाहिए. This is the love that he had for the sayyids. He also had great iman. He believed that if he does Allah's work, Allah will do his work. हम आजकल यही सोचते हैं ना, जब दीन के लिए कुर्बानी देना होता है ना, हम सोचते हैं यार काम, फैमिली, काम कैसे निकलेगा? नमाज पढ़ने के लिए हमारे पास वक्त ही नहीं. We don't have time to read our namaz. We don't have time to come to the masjid. Ala-Hazrat, he was traveling to Railway Sharif on a train. He was traveling on a train and the train stopped and it was time for Maghrib. अब जो इंडिया पाकिस्तान में सफर करते हैं उनको पता है कई स्टेशनों में ट्रेन सिर्फ 2-2 मिनट के लिए रुकता है. This train only stopped for 2 minutes. It was the time for Maghrib. So there wasn't enough time. एक तो हमारा हम जैसे लोग ना, हम तो 2 मिनट में नमाज पढ़ लेते जल्दी जल्दी. हमारी नमाज ही ऐसी है. हमारा तो नमाज ही ऐसी है. But Ala-Hazrat की नमाज तो क्या बात है. Ala-Hazrat calmly got off the train. His companion said, there's no time for namaz. He said, give the azan. So the azan was given. Read the aqamat was given. Stand up and read the namaz. Ala-Hazrat started reading the namaz. अब ज़ाहिर है वो तो जल्दी जल्दी नमाज नहीं पढ़ रहे थे, आराम से पढ़ रहे थे. He was reading his namaz. 2 मिनट खत्म हो गए. Whistle चल गई है. The whistle was blown. जो driver था, he tried to start the engine. It wouldn't start. He tried again, the engine wouldn't start. He called the mechanic, he called the engineer. But what is wrong with this engine? It won't start. इतने में सारे लोग इकट्ठे हो गए. We can't understand. This engine's alright, this fuel, this power, the battery, everything's alright. We just service. There's nothing wrong with this engine. Why won't it start? इतने में Ala-Hazrat अपनी नमाज पढ़ रहे थे आराम से. आराम से आप अपना नमाज पढ़े. Ala-Hazrat was reading his namaz calmly. इतने में एक Hindu darwish, a Hindu, he came and a Hindu person said to the engine driver that, do you not realize over there that is a darwish? He is reading his namaz, maybe because of him your engine will not start. और ऐसा ही हुआ. When Ala-Hazrat finished his namaz, did his dua, got back onto the train, the engine stops.